All right, good evening, 8th graders. I know you're back for this special installment for next week's lesson, which is going to be on the slope of a line. Now, slope is defined as the variable m, and I know a lot of people in the future are going to ask me, why do we always choose the letter m? Well, it's theorized that the letter m comes from the word modulus or monter, and the reason why it comes from monter is it's a French word for mountain, and well, in Spanish, montar, it means to climb, okay? Well, not really mountain, but it means to climb. And this word, modulus, okay, obviously may have been the reason why René Descartes, a very French, okay, obviously mathematician, may have used this variable to define the word slope. Well, this is what slope is. Slope is only for a line, and it's defined as how much you rise over how much you run. Well, a lot of people like to use a triangle to go ahead and figure this out. So let's say that this line right here, this green one, passes through two different points. The first point, if you look at the x-axis, it passes through is where x equals 2 when y equals 3. So that's the point that it passes through. So on the x-axis, x equals 2 and y equals 3, you can see that point right there, the green line goes through it. Well, the other x coordinate for the line is where x equals 5 when y equals 4. So you can actually see them right here. This is where y equals 4 when x equals 5. And this right here, same thing, you can see it right here. This is where x equals 2 when y equals 3. Now, here's what I mean, what a lot of people like to do. They like to use a triangle. What they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and say, okay, from this point to this point, I can make a triangle. Now, what you guys have studied already in this class is the Pythagorean theorem. So this is actually a very special type of triangle. This is a right triangle. Now, this is actually, okay, called the run. You run on a flat horizontal line. This right here is called the rise. You rise from here up to this point. You see, from this point, you run along until you get to x equals 5. And now you're going to rise up. So this is called rise over run. Well, let's see. Where x is equal to 2 and where x is equal to 5, this is where you're going to run. You're going to run from here to this x coordinate. Well, if you look at what you run, you go 1, 2, 3. You ran a total of 3 spaces. So this right here, what you run was 3. So we go ahead and say, well, I ran a total of 3 different x coordinate places. Let's see what you rise. Well, if this is where y equals 3 and this is where y equals 4, you rose a total of 1. So this is equal to 1. You rose a total of 1. And a lot of people are going to use triangles to tell you what the rise over run is. Well, this is equal to 1/3. So our slope in this example, and we're going to use always a very special variable, m, okay? This is going to be equal to 1/3. And we've already learned how to convert fractions into decimals. So this is 333 thousandths, okay? And that's what's going to be our slope. Our slope is very, very small. It's smaller than 1. It's a fraction. Well, I want to teach you guys how to read the slope, and then we're going to be done with this introductory lesson. You always read the slope of a line from the left side to the right side. Just like you're reading a page in a book, you always start on the left and you move to the right with your eyes. And this line goes upward from the left side to the right side. So that's how you know that this slope is going to be a positive number. If this line from the left to the right side was going downward, and it happened to be going through 2 other points, from the left to the right, I don't want to calculate this slope, but I just want to tell you that the slope of this line right here, this slope is going to be a negative number. And I know that it's going to be a negative number because I know that this line is going from the left to the right, downward. And since it's going downward from the left to the right, I know it must be a negative number for slope. And that's our introduction for slope this week. We're going to get into this a heck of a lot more next week. So I hope you guys are paying attention in class. Take care. Bye.